now welcome back to our Team Lotus F1 Manager Series as we are heading home, our home race of the season in this one. We are at Silverstone in 4 days' time, coming off the back of a very successful Austrian Grand Prix, a double podium finish. Daniel Ricciardo P2, Liam Lawson P3, and it was nearly first place for Danny Ric, chasing down Bottas in the final few laps in Austria, but then a virtual safety car effectively froze the race and really handed that win to Bottas. So we got close to another victory, but not close enough. And whether we'll have the performance in the car to do the same in Silverstone, I don't know, but we will shortly find out. And if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like the content, and get involved down below in the comments. So yes, as I say, it is Silverstone in this episode, but we have got a new regulation vote, sporting changes. So they are proposing new sporting regulations for 2026 as a way to reward teams for performing well. We believe that wind tunnel and CFD testing time limits should be based on championship position. Please review the proposal and respond with your vote. So effectively what they're saying is they want to increase the wind tunnel time and CFD time for the teams doing better. So increasing from 56 to 60 for first on wind tunnel, 42.00 on the CFD, up to 45. Now, for me, I'm going to vote against this because I'm more inclined to have a closer field in Formula 1, and this would allow the top teams to continue to outdevelop the lower teams. Although they'd still have a disadvantage, it's bridging that gap. So at the moment, it's 56 to 92, which is what, a difference of 36. Under this, that would reduce to 24. So for me, I'm going to vote against it, but we'll see how that one ends up. Okay, we have another research project completed, a chassis, so let us go in and get another research project underway. We've still got $18 million, so very good and healthy in the bank balance at the moment. Let's get another rear wing underway. I'll put 1.2 CFD on it. We'll put 15 wind tunnel hours on. And we'll again, I want to focus a bit more on high speed at the moment. Let's go with that. We'll go one engineer. That's going to be another $1.8 million. Going to take 43 days. So we've got our suspension finishing in 2 days' time. And then we'll get another research project on once that one's completed. But plenty of research still underway. And let's have a look if we can. Regulation changes next year. So the chassis is not quite registered yet, but we'll see that shortly. So you can see we're starting to make some gains, very small at the moment, but this will increase as we do more research projects. So this is the deficit. This is what we've completed so far on the front wing. Same with the rear wing there. Side pods. Underfloor. Making some bigger gains there, I'd say, on the underfloor. I think we've done a couple of projects on underfloor. So, yeah, a lot of projects you'll need to do to basically overcome that deficit. I don't think we will overcome it, but we've got to get as close as possible. And then suspension we're waiting on as well. So we're getting there, but it's going to take plenty of research projects to get close. But hopefully with the amount of research we do, we will be ahead of our competitors coming into 2026. Here we go then, we're ready for our home Grand Prix in Silverstone. It's going to be 9th the target we set for Danny Ric and 10th for Lawson, which has been the same for most of the season. Hopefully we can achieve them again as we head into practice. Here we go then, underway in Silverstone practice. We are running significantly warm parts again, so whether both cars can make it through this first practice session, we are about to find out as we hunt down 100% setups for both before heading into qualifying. We've got disaster here in practice 3. Danny Ric has got terminal engine damage and he stopped, and that's really going to cost us in terms of track acclimatization. We have got his setup up to 97%, but his track acclimatization is going to be very low, so that's going to be costly for us there. As we'll head on with Liam Lawson and finish this final practice session before heading into qualifying. Practice in Silverstone completed, and on Liam Lawson's side, starting with the good news, perfect. 100% track acclimatization, 100% car parts knowledge, and 100% setup satisfaction. So he has a perfect driver preparation of 100%. Unfortunately, as we saw with Daniel Ricciardo, retiring very early on in practice 3, and that's really damaged the track acclimatization. That's the main aim of practice 3 for us, to get that track acclimatization out. So he's missed out on that. Only at 57%. Car parts knowledge 100%. Self-satisfaction was 97%. We made one final tweak, which may have got us to 100%. So either way, that's fine. He's at 97%, but it's the track acclimatization that's let him down. So currently a driver preparation of 51%. With the setup recorded, that will be a lot higher, around 80%. So I think after qualifying, he will be in a good space, but it may cost us in qualifying with Danny Rick. But we are about to find out as we head to quali next. Here we go then, qualifying starts. Let's get them both out, get our banker lap in. Hopefully that banker lap will actually, in fact, be enough to see us through. Let's forward on. Let's keep it on traffic. It's okay at the moment. There might be some coming out of the pits, but we should be good. We're going to have a nice clean lap here. Let's see how close they are to one another. That's always a good indication. Ricciardo goes 3 tenths quicker than Lawson. So Ricciardo, without that track acclimatization, has put in a pretty good lap, it seems there. Let's forward on, see if that's going to be enough to get through Q1. Lando Norris has crashed in front of his home crowd. Is Lando going to be out of this Q1 session?
Within a split second, the impact's made. And even if they do make it to the race, okay,
big mistake from Lando Norris. He's kept it going though as Lando. So Lando survives a big mistake, and he'll be hoping to get out of Q1 here. So just about a minute to go in this session. We decided not to go out. We're in 4th and 5th. I think we're pretty comfortable here as the checker flag falls. And yes, indeed, we are through. Lando doesn't make it out, I think, there. Let's have a look. He doesn't indeed. And Fernando Alonso, that Aston Martin, really struggling. So Lando Norris out and will start his home Grand Prix in 21st place for McLaren. So bad news there, but we're safely through as we jump into Q2. So using a scrub set of softs, the softs that we set our time in Q1, that's what we're using here in Q2. So we'll see if this will be enough. We've got a bit more traffic, it looks like, though, on this run in Q2.
On charge on right away, please.
And yeah, okay. Ricciardo 7 tenths off Lawson, so Ricciardo may well need to go again. We might need to go again anyway.
My bad, guys.
As Lawson's had a spin on his out lap, in lap even.
The action closely here, and the control's lost. And I wonder, could they have done anything?
Not great there from Lawson, but the time is already set, so it doesn't impact us. Now Lewis has had a spin in the Ferrari. It's all going on here in Silverstone.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Right, we are going to have to go back out with both drivers here. We're not comfortable. Let's send them out and see what we do. We will be on fresh softs on this run. Here we go then. Second run here in Q2. We used a scrub set in that first run, and Ricciardo got a bit of traffic, so he is in fact in the drop zone. Lawson currently P7, but he may be at risk as well, so hopefully some green sectors here as Danny Rick does go green. Liam Lawson goes purple in sector 1. Very nice indeed. It is a 24-5 for Liam Lawson, 24-7 for Danny Rick, so a couple of temps in favour of Liam Lawson. 40 seconds of the session to go, so we will find checkered flag will fall just as Danny Rick, just after Danny Rick crosses the line, I think. And so we'll see what the second sector time is here. Daniel Ricciardo is a 36.7. Purple again for Lawson. 3 temps again. Lawson is flying around here. Are we going to get a bit of traffic for Danny Rick at the end here? Not ideal, this. I think that McLaren might be starting a hot lap, so hopefully it doesn't cost us. Daniel Ricciardo goes up to P5. He's safe for now, but what can Lawson do?
P5.
He goes to P1. Obviously, it's not a provisional pole because we're in Q2, but that is a very nice time for Liam Lawson. And Ricciardo's got to wait now.
Okay.
But he's ahead of Verstappen. He's ahead of K-Mag. He's ahead of Ocon. I think he's going to be safe as these other times tumble in now. And we are indeed through to Q3 with both drivers. Piastri is out for McLaren as well. McLaren having an absolute nightmare here in Silverstone. Lando Norris 21st, Oscar Piastri 15th, and Zhou for the Haas makes it through to the top 10. Let's go then. Q3, we're using a scrub set again. So this is the fresh soft we just used on the final run in Q2, just to get a banker lap in again. Then we'll get on fresh sauce for our final runs here. Bit of traffic with K-Mag. Essentially Sainz at the end here as well.
Take it easy in your in-lap.
And Lawson a second off Ricciardo, so I think Lawson got held up quite a bit there, but these are not going to be our actual runs, so here we go then, fresh sauce, our final run in Q3. Where will we finish in this qualifying session? We're watching Liam Lawson, Daniel Ricciardo a little bit further up the road by 2 seconds. Let's hopefully see some purple on the screen again. That would be very nice indeed. It is Bottas on provisional pole. Danny Rick is P2 as it stands. But everyone used a scrub set by the looks of it, so we'll see what the times look like on these fresh softs. Just want to look at Ricciardo if he's got any traffic there. He's behind Zhou, who is on a hot lap, so hopefully he doesn't close to Zhou too quickly. There is Zhou. He might get a bit of a tow. Daniel Ricciardo not going faster through that first sector. 24-7. 24-7 for Lawson, though, so it might be right on the limit. It's only 1700s between them. Charles Leclerc has finished, doesn't go quicker. It is P10 for Ferrari. How close is Ricciardo onto Zhou here? He is getting close, isn't he? He'll get a nice tow off him here, though. But he's not improving, Daniel Rick. It is a 36.6, 36.4 for Lawson. So it looks like Lawson's going to go quicker than Ricciardo. But Ricciardo may have picked up a nice little tow off Zhou at the final sector here, although he may now start to lose that advantage. Tucked behind him on the final few corners. Does Daniel Ricciardo cross the line go any quicker? No, still P2.
Okay, no, got some traffic, so
Lawson does not improve in that final sector. We're waiting for Lawson to come across the line. He does. He's P5. Don't know what happened there. Did go quicker, but not quick enough on Daniel Ricciardo. So what have we got to come across the line here? Bottas is flying. As he's fighting with Max. Max might be holding him up. No, that's not Max. Sorry, it's Sainz. And Max is on a lap as well, and is Sainz. So we'll just wait for these to cross the line. Sainz, Max has crossed the line, sorry. And Sainz and Bottas. So everyone is finished now. Is Russell finished? He is. So it is Bottas P1, Ricciardo P2, Russell P3, Hamilton P4, Lawson P5. So Ricciardo in a bit of a Mercedes sandwich there, but still a very good qualifying session from Danny Rick. A little bit disappointed from Lawson. I thought he had good pace, but it fell away there in the end. But let's jump into the Sunday and set our strategy for this race. But before we do, let's look at the full classification then. Valtteri Bottas, World Championship leader, doing what he needs to do on pole again. Danny Rick P2, George Russell P3, Liam Lawson P5 with Lewis Hamilton ahead of him in P4. K-Mag, good result for him in the Aston Martin, P6. Max Verstappen 7th, Zhou P8 for Haas, Carlos Sainz 9th, Charles Leclerc 10th, and then some real surprises down here. Oscar Piastri down in 15th, and Lando Norris in 21st, with also Fernando Alonso getting knocked out in that Q1 session. Let's have a look at some strategy and see what we want to do in this one around Silverstone. Strategy then, and we're going the same with both drivers. I looked at various combinations, more than shown on the screen, and it does look like the medium to soft to medium is going to be the quickest way around here. So we're doing that with both drivers, so not an opportunity to mix it up. As I say, did have a good look at it, but it does look like it's going to be the best to match the strategy here with Danny Rick starting P2, Lawson P5. Let's jump into this race in Silverstone. Here we go then, as I say, Bottas on pole, absolutely dominating this series, but we've got 4 lights, 5 here at Silverstone, held for a little while and we're away.
Away we go.
How does Ricciardo start? Looks to be a good start from Bottas. Is George Russell going to jump across Ricciardo? He is. Not a great start from Ricciardo. Can we hang in on there? It's important that Ricciardo tries to maintain P2, but looking difficult here, and it looks like George has got the perfect start for Mercedes. Lawson has got up to P4 though. Evans, did Norris start from the pit lane? Actually, I didn't look. Yeah, the new update, you can start from the pit lane. He may well have done. I didn't actually look, to be fair. But he may well have, from 21st, decided to put on some new parts, and therefore you now start from the pit lane with the new update, which is very good. Right, Ricciardo all over these Mercedes now, but I do want to start to bring back some of this fuel now.
We do need a little bit of liftoff for the fuel.
Lawson's going to be under a bit of pressure here. From Verstappen. Verstappen riding high. I haven't seen Verstappen this high for a while, but he's on soft tyres. Ricciardo DRS then. Bottas leads. He's going to be under threat from George and us. Oh, George covers off Ricciardo. Can Lewis win out of nowhere at Silverstone again? Perhaps he's on the hard tyres if he can stay with this train, as Verstappen has got past Lawson, unfortunately. DRS assisted. But Verstappen on those soft tyres, so he should be pretty quick at the moment. And we're now settling into our strategy here. So Ricciardo trying to stay with these two Mercs, but they have certainly got the pace on us at the moment. What's Bottas's tyre life? Down to 83, so we've got 5% on him. We just hope Bottas starts to save a bit of tyre life, or he goes in the pits early and gets bogged down in some traffic. Right, Lawson trying to make the move back on Max here. Doesn't quite make it work. Hamilton, yes, sticking with it for the moment. DRS train all the way down to Piastri, who's 4 seconds cut adrift there in 10th. But near enough for Verstappen just dropping out. Near enough from 1st to 9th is a DRS train. Ricciardo very close to these two Mercedes now.
I'll leave it up to you.
Okay.
So George again has DRS on his teammate. We do as well, but we're getting bogged down behind the gearbox of Bottas. We're not going to go find anywhere to go. Max is very close as well as Lawson. It's getting very bogged down here. I think maybe Bottas is trying to conserve a bit of tyre life. It's Russell that leads the way now. Definitely not doing my history homework while watching this. Now, this is much more important. This is history in the making.
On,
Yellow flag. It's Perez now, the other Williams.
Big accident on the start-finish straight.
So we've had Ocon off, and now Perez as well. It looks to be with a Haas here. Sergio Perez, who's running quite high by the looks of it before this. Oh, it's awful from Sergio.
And just like that, the hopes of the...
Was that with Teo Porcher in there? Or Zhou? Zhou's last. More likely Zhou then. Surely Perez gets a penalty for that, does he not? No investigation though, by the looks of it. Like Danny Rick, again, it's becoming problematic because the two Mercedes are fighting each other and it's not leaving much room for Ricciardo. Has Zhou got a penalty? How has Zhou got the penalty for that? Perez locks up on the grass, then just knocks into Zhou, and Zhou's got a 5-second penalty. That is some Michael Massey race directorship there. And the rear lights are now working. The harvesting light is now working in the latest update as well, which is good to see.
Yep.
A good deployment. Is it going to be enough? We pull to the inside. Oh, we're going to try. Not enough there from Ricciardo. George still benefiting from the DRS, of course, of his teammate. I need to try and gain some battery back somewhere on this lap, really.
Charge on. Charge on.
As we try and round the outside. This is brave from Ricciardo. Oh, Danny Rick.
Charge off. Good job.
What a move out there. Can we hold on to it, though, through here? We're both going to get DRS. It could now be for the lead, but Russell's got DRS as well. Bottas goes heavy to the inside. Now we're looking to the outside. Is Russell going to go in the inside? Ricciardo round the outside. That's both Mercedes in a handful of corners. And Ricciardo now leads the race. But we have not got much battery to play with. And Lawson has got Verstappen at the same time.
As we look to stow.
Look at this up ahead. So Lawson makes easy work of it, while Ricciardo was having a hell of a battle with both Mercedes there, nearly 3 wide. But as I say, I think these Mercedes are going to be quickly back past us here.
Stable. Stable with that bit of deck.
But if we can frustrate Bottas, make him use his tyres a bit, that's fine as he makes his way back past us.
Honestly, I don't think we can do much more.
No problem.
I wonder if he had quite a bit of battery because he's pulling away quite considerably there. Bottas nearly got a second on us. Has got a second on us. When are we due to stop here with Ricciardo? Lap 18. What's Max's tyres saying? Down to 69. Bottas 68. Alright, George is going to be all over us here as well. So unfortunately we made those moves, but in doing so we used a lot of battery. So we haven't got much to defend these Mercedes coming back at us with. And Lawson wants to have a look at his teammate here. In the inside.
Okay, head down. We keep focusing.
Not quite. We're going to have to get some battery harvest with both of these.
Charge on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bottas definitely pushing because he's just set the fastest lap.
Keep trying. Recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge off, please.
Yeah, Bottas pulled 2.2 seconds on Russell. Right, we have got DRS again. Trying to save a bit of battery this time round.
Copy that.
Alright, this is Ricciardo on Russell. Lawson having a go as well, potentially, but Max is trying to go around the outside.
You're doing a very good job.
Alright, Ricciardo
P2.
takes back
And in front of
P2,
Bottas.
but Lawson looks like he might lose out to Verstappen. No, we are just going to hang on in there.
Charge on now.
And what is the pit strategy?
It's a good
Strategy
stint
is the
so far.
same. It's a 2-stop. It's a medium to a soft to a medium. So Danny Rick lap 18 and Liam Lawson lap 19. And then we'll be coming on to some softs. Then a second stop onto mediums at the end. Right, this should be the same again then with Russell getting back past Ricciardo. Bottas is checked out momentarily. Ricciardo's going to defend this one by the looks of it. Which is good work. Russell's tyres are worse than us as well. Tom Finn, what season are you in? We are in season 2, buddy. If you want to keep some speed up, you can put them onto top-ups, which will bring ERS slowly. Yes, indeed, Evans. Yeah, I might go for a bit of top-up shortly. I want to try and get a gap to Max, and then I'd be happy to do top-up because I can balance it with Lawson and Ricciardo. But Max is a bit of an issue at the moment. As Zhou is coming into the pits, that's very early on. Might be because of the damage he got early on, though. And Lawson on his teammate. We don't want an accident between these two. So Lawson takes Danny Rick for P3.
Okay. Alrighty.
Head down.
And whilst Ricciardo is there, we'll get him to top up a little bit. As Lawson is through again. Well, not him, because it's Ricciardo, but Lawson is back past, well, we're back past Russell into P2.
Bottas ahead.
So we continue this battle.
Gap 2.5.
Right, here we go. It's going to be Russell.
Only just on DRS this time.
So Russell likely to get back past Lawson here. Is Ricciardo going to have a go on the outside? Oh, dearie me. But I think we're going to have to put an end to this for a little while. Because I'm worried we're going to crash into each other. Let's just not have them fighting for a little while here.
keep looking after your tyres. Keep looking after your tyres. You did a very good job.
Not quite in the DRS of Bottas. What year is it? Yeah, 2025, second season. Right, we're back with Bottas. I'm going to pit Danny Rick this lap.
Box, 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 box.
Going to try an undercut.
Box confirmed.
We need a little bit more lift off, please.
Tom Dale's box this lap. Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to box this lap. Going to try the undercut.
Double the lift off for the moment.
And Verstappen yet to pit. He's falling back quite dramatically now. So it looks like it's a four-horse race now. Is Ricciardo going to have a go on Bottas here? For the lead of the race. Bottas does cover it off. Is Bottas going to pit? He does. We both
Bottas
pit.
stopped.
Couldn't really react there. Lawson will be under pressure here from Russell.
Just push, please.
And our pit crew is not the best, so we're unlikely to come out ahead of Mercedes unless, of course, they make an error in their pit stop. Looks pretty clean from them. Yeah, we were held.
Reminder, throttle on pit exit.
So it's as you were between Bottas and
In fact, we are not
Ricciardo.
fuel limited. We are not fuel limited.
So currently P8. Ahead of you is Bottas, by the way.
I think we go the other way with Lawson and try to extend a little bit.
Magnussen behind.
Try to have a tyre advantage at the end. Russell round the outside. Very nice indeed.
So think about the lift off.
Magnussen pit. Piastri yet to pit.
Now there's been an issue in the pits.
I could do it.
Ricciardo's
Concentrate
past
on anything
Bottas, which we've missed somewhere. So there continues a fight. Here we go. We've got a replay of it now. So Ricciardo in his fight with Bottas is continuing. Van Dorn's had a lock up. All the back markers having issues. Right, we've got a bit of DRS here. Can we pull away
Press and
from
hold the
George? Got 1 second here.
Cancel or reduce
George
the
is
lift off
pitting.
where possible. Russell is boxing.
Right. It's going to continue to extend with Lawson because I feel he's got enough to at least get back up to P4, though he might lose out on some of these that have already boxed. But he'll have such a good tyre advantage at the end, it might be worth it. So Russell, Piastri, pit.
That's okay.
Bottas
Hamilton
back
behind
past
you now.
Ricciardo. Yeah, most
8
of the top
seconds,
runners have
8
now
seconds.
stopped. Bottas is on the hards, though. And Russell has come out in between us. That's a nightmare.
Tyres are good, actually.
But Russell had some really good pace there. What's Russell on? He's on the softs as well. That has not worked out very well.
Okay, good job.
Ricciardo's
So it's currently P3.
past
And in
Russell.
front of
Here's the replay. Heading down the straight. The opportunity begging to be taken.
Oh, lovely. Force George, I think, out wide there. Right, what's the tyre life here? So Bottas is on the hards, but he's on attack on those hards because they're down to 90%. And of course, he came out the same. He went into the pits the same lap as Ricciardo, so he's
Russell behind us.
on the hards, but he's attacking on them. Is Ricciardo going to try and get past Bottas here? He is. We've got a bit of tyre margin, so I think we can just stay on standard. Just duke it out with these.
You're doing a good job. So that's currently P2.
Right, where's Lawson? So I think we say to Lawson, pit next lap. Get him on the sauce. And Lawson, let's not curse him now, but he's been nearly halfway through this second season, been a lot cleaner than Mick. Right, the Mercedes moving back past us, but I think we've just got to stay with this battle until the final stint.
Keep the head down.
Back. Here comes Lawson then. Let's hopefully get a good clean pit stop here. .7, not the best, but it's not a major mistake in there, so he should.
Your last lap was purple.
Ricciardo set the fastest lap, then Bottas immediately after, so as I say, he should be out in this nice little gap between Bottas and Hamilton. And there we go, Liam Lawson is away. I'm not quite sure what's changed the strategy there, but...
Gap at 2.8. Hamilton is the car behind. .30 racing laps to go.
Right, there we go. We can mess around with that, but that will do for now. Let's get these tyre temps up, and then we'll go back on standard with Lawson. As Ricciardo for the lead of the race then. This is just going to keep swapping and changing between these.
Be very careful with the
Might be overtaking, but let's have a look at this replay. Ooh, what's happened here? Rogovic. Ooh, into the... Well, the kick Sauber really into his side pod, so they both get going again. As Bottas round the outside as well as Russell round the outside. So we're back from first down to third. Now, Russell's used a lot of that soft on that previous lap, though. He did have 5% margin. It's now 1%.
Yep. This is my pace.
I think Russell's going to have to come in pretty early at this pace. I wonder if the leaders are just wrecking their tyres too much and it might come back to Lawson. Who knows? But Ricciardo's looking very close here. Russell on Bottas. Bottas covers the inside. Russell's going to look at the outside. Ricciardo's going to try the inside. Should get George Russell here. But George will have the inside here. And we've got some back markers we're approaching. I think it's Zhou who's got his issue. Can Ricciardo hang on in here? He can. And oh, see you later, Russell. Pushes it miles wide there. Ricciardo back to P2. Is Russell suddenly going to start conserving his tyres? Because he's been pushing them very hard. Down to 57%. So I wonder if he's going to ease off those.
Ahead of you is Bottas, by the way.
Need to tell Tony Fernandez to step away from Team Lotus. Yeah, this is not the Tony Fernandez Team Lotus. This is the Chapman's Lotus.
Just head down.
We don't want anything to do with Fernandez. Right, Ricciardo trying to make a move on Bottas for the lead. Bottas doesn't want to give it up easy, though. And it's going to be a long way round here now for Ricciardo. We have got Zhou. Oh, God, what is Zhou doing?
Honestly,
Zhou!
I don't think we can do much more.
That's okay.
That slowed Bottas up as well, but it slowed Ricciardo up even more. Alright, what has Bottas done here? He's gone... Bottas gone soft hards. So, yeah, he could go soft mediums at the end. Russell, yeah, everyone's used a different compound, so... Got free choice for this final stop. Can't imagine Bottas is one-stopping from here. 66%. Too far, really. 24 laps to go. Right, we'll attack with Lawson, see what he can do from there. Ricciardo, I'd like to box before both of these Mercedes. We're around the outside of Bottas. He's covering off George, which is nice for us. Right, can we try and break a DRS here? Going to be very difficult. Because we've only got a handful of corners to do it. What's Bottas's tyres? 58%. Is he going to the end on those? I think we can win this race. If Bottas goes to the end, or even if he extends this, he might be a long way back. Depends when he's going to pit. We're not going to break this DRS, though. He's very much hanging with us here. We're going to dump a lot of the battery here, though, to try and defend.
No concern on tyre wear.
Okay, understood.
If we can hold on to the position.
Lawson can't keep up with the podium. Yeah, that's the problem. The DRS is so strong, it's pulling these along. I think if there wasn't DRS, if these cars weren't in a DRS train, Lawson would be in a really good position in this race. Ricciardo, we've got it to 1.1. And we'll get DRS off this Haas. Hopefully, Bottas has not got DRS. I feel like he didn't. He was way back on that. And he hasn't. And we get DRS on the Haas. So that's nice indeed. There's Lawson in the background. So Ricciardo, we're going to pit next lap. But he's not. Oh, Russell. I thought we said this lap Russell is pitting. Did I do that on Lawson? No, we're pitting this lap. I swear we were on the previous lap when we did that, but that's fine. We're going around again. Hopefully Russell's not going to undercut us here. It was only 2 seconds though. Right, we must have a clean stop. As I say, our pit crew is not the fastest. It's something we're working on. We're gradually getting them down. 2.3 to 2.4 is probably the best that we can do, but I'd accept anything under 3 seconds at this stage of the race. So come on. We need a good clean start. The boys and girls at Team Lotus. 2.7, okay, that's fine. I'll accept that.
Focus on reaction time. And
Russell is past Max. Lawson is in within 2.3 seconds of Bottas. Ricciardo is, yeah, he's very much clear of Russell. Russell's tyres up to 10. He is on the softs though, Russell, so that's interesting. How hard can he push those softs though with 17 laps to go? Right, 16 laps to go. Ricciardo's got a second to Russell, but Russell is near enough on him. Russell pushing those softs hard though. He can do that all he likes, to be fair. Because they'll fall off a cliff at some point. Lawson, DRS here on Valtteri Bottas. So he has closed that 5-second gap that was once there for Bottas. We don't make the move, but we're about to jump into the pits.
Come on, mate.
And Bottas stays out, so I think we'll get the undercut here. And Bottas... Is he going to the end? He's got 16% for 16 laps. What do we think, chat? Is Bottas going to stop again, or is he staying out? Is it a 1-stop for Bottas or a 2-stop? 15 laps to go. He's 46% on hard tyres. 2.3, best stop of the day for us. So Lawson will be back out on the road. Ricciardo's got Russell all over him, but Russell is taking a lot of tyre life out. It's 13 seconds, the gap between Bottas and Ricciardo. It's kind of like Bottas needs to stay out. If he stops now, surely it's just going to be way too far back.
6.4. Gap behind 4.6.
Right, Russell makes the move. I'm not too bothered about this in a minute because Russell is just blitzing these tyres.
You focus on your race.
Well, that kick has just done us absolutely no favours there. Just lost the DRS there.
Yeah.
Verstappen pits. Tsunoda's had a lock-up. I mean, Bottas would just hugely benefit from a virtual or a full safety car or a red flag now, wouldn't he? But I'm pretty sure he's staying out, isn't he? That's going to be tight, you know. But if he pits now, he's going to be 12 seconds behind this. If he's not staying out, then he needs to box now. If not, he's just going to be too far behind. As Ricciardo takes back second place. And what I'll do here is I'll just...
Okay, charge on, charge on.
I'll just harvest a little bit through here.
Alrighty.
May mean George gets straight back past us, but absolutely fine with it.
You're doing a
This
good
is
job.
all about playing the long game now.
Bottas, by the way.
So I feel we're going to be fighting George for the rest of this race, and he's on the soft tyres, so we need him to burn out those tyres and have a good tyre
Just manage
margin
your tires, please.
and battery life to attack at the end.
Understood.
We do need to be mindful that we need to catch up with Bottas potentially.
You're good to push.
But George will get back past us here,
Look
no
after the
doubt.
tires.
Okay.
It looks like the two Williams are benefiting from this DRS. Oh, dearie me. Sergio Perez nearly... Is he going to unlap himself on George here? Bottas does pit. Bottas has jumped into the pit. Surely that is for some fresh softs. Mediums. He's gone mediums. I don't know what they're up to over there, Mercedes. We'll soon see if it's going to work out for him, though. I think he's going to be about 12 seconds back on this battle. There's Bottas. Right, Russell's surely going to get back past Ricciardo here. Right, Bottas 5 seconds behind Lawson. Lawson might be in trouble, but I think he's too far back on Russell and Ricciardo, though. We're not going to quite get the gap, I don't think, on Russell. It's getting there. Another couple of corners, we would have had it. We'll keep him on that for now. Try and push away. I think Williams been drinking their Rockstar drinks. I think they have. Right, Danny Rick has got 1.2 seconds on George Russell here.
Need to drop the pace.
George Russell down to 67%.
Okay, understood.
Lawson's 3 seconds back. Bottas 5 seconds back behind him. Oh, Perez has moved out of the way. He did get the DRS. He's out of the way. He's now within 1.4 seconds. 1.3 of George Russell with a 14% tyre margin on him.
1.6.
This could soon be a 1-2 for Team Lotus. I think Georgie Porgy has pushed those tyres a little bit too hard.
Just focus on that management.
Copy.
We'll get DRS here, so we'll try and conserve a bit of battery.
Okay, copy.
I want to have enough battery to challenge and pull away. George is about to get some battery on some DRS on a back marker. As George is harvesting, we saw the light on there, which, as I say, is part of this new update. The rear light is working. Alright, we just want to go back to neutral. Don't want to lose this DRS. Right, let's just get Danny Rick some fuel back. He's got 4 seconds.
Bit of lift off.
Right, Lawson's got DRS. I think he's a bit too far back. But who knows? We're gaining. George is harvesting. We're on the... Look at the traction. We're still there. We're going to try and make a move here. Lawson on the outside will give him the inside. Russell fighting it hard. No. Russell, again, he likes being out there today, Russell. He's just got no pace suddenly, as George. He's going to try and fight it back.
Understood.
Right, Bottas, 4.5.
You can pick up the pace a little bit for the moment.
Right, we need to defend this if we can. We need to keep George behind here if we can. We have. Right, now we need to push.
Come on, mate.
Copy.
GP in the air. In the air? I don't think he's in the air. He's in his ear. He might be in the air. I don't know. I can't see GP. But he's definitely in Lawson's ear. And we're trying to push away. But Russell, I think, is suddenly pushing. He doesn't want to give this up. I'm going to got a yellow flag. We do not want a red flag here. Someone's off.
It's just a yellow at the moment. Just a yellow. Keep the head down.
Hulkenberg's had a spin, but George very much is pushing. He is indeed. George has conserved a lot of battery, I feel, there. We saw him harvesting a lot. He's back past us, so we've still got 5.6 on Bottas. George's tyres, though. I'm fine with this. As long as we stay with George, it's fine. Well, I've got to be careful because it's nearly a second.
Pick up the pace a bit.
I don't think you've got it in your tyres though, George, have you? Should have just about retained DRS. What problem does Yuki have? Let's have a look.
1 second.
Sonoda has an ERS issue.
Recharge off.
Keep pushing, you can manage when you've passed. Yeah, we did try to push Witzer, but George doesn't want to give it up yet, so we're just going to manage again, and we'll have another attack. Bottas 4.5, he's slowly gaining, but he's running out of laps. Stroll's level is driving in a career series on F1 24 as someone who thinks Stroll is overrated. Wasn't a smart move to take Bottas in. No, I don't know why. Yeah, odd strategy from Mercedes, but that's not our issue. As Lawson then looks to make the move on George Russell. And he does make it work. Now, has George used all his battery this time? Let's give it a go. We're all over the place. Good weekend for Lotus. It's looking like a good weekend.
Ahead at 2.9.
That's a 1-2 GG. Stole GP from Max. Well, GP and Hugh Bird for Red Bull were not signed up, so they were without a job. So that's why we've snapped up GP. Elastijan, probably butchered that, buddy. Sorry, but thanks for the follow.
Russell now the car behind. Gap 1.
Right, Lawson has nearly got that 1 second gap. Now, do we allow these two to fight? We could bring home a nice easy 1-2 here.
4 more laps.
Okay.
Or we could let them fight. Because we've got an Aston Martin that needs to get out of the way. I think we have to let them fight, don't we, chat? If it ends in tears, it ends in tears. Lawson will get DRS here, I think, and I don't think Ricciardo will have it. Papaya rules.
1.7.
No chance of Papaya rules here. It didn't work for McLaren, did it? 3 laps to go. Lawson, has he got the pace here on Danny Rick? He's within 1.2 seconds. George is 2.8 back. Bottas 3 seconds back behind him. I think Mercedes are too far back. Right, Lawson's off team orders now. Both of them should not have yet. There's no team orders. They're free to fight. And he's within DRS Lawson. He's got some pace about him at the moment. I wonder if Bottas is going to get George as well at the end here. Lawson getting the improvement because GP a champion maker. Tom Dales, Danny deserves it more. Well, none of them have had preferred treatment.
3 more laps.
This is going to be a fight till the end. Lawson is going to have DRS here on his teammate. Tyre life is basically the same. It's a fair fight. Lawson pulls out to the inside then. Should be pretty much easy work.
Struggling a little bit with the fronts.
And Lawson into the lead then. But has he got the pace to stay there? I would think not. I think these two are just going to continue to fight. They better not crash. It's going to be absolutely awful if this ends in a crash. 3 laps to go. Liam Lawson, is he going to win his first Grand Prix? Danny Rick, though, now has the advantage of the slipstream of the DRS through Maggots and Beckett's. And we'll be onto the DRS straight soon. Bessie, thanks for the follow. Well, Ricciardo dropped half a second there, but the DRS will pull him straight back into it. And the 2 Mercedes fighting in the background as well. Ricciardo on the inside reclaims the lead. Lawson, though, doesn't want to give it up. And Ricciardo says, you're not coming around the outside, forces him out, but Lawson sticking with it. Bottas is in third now. He sets the fastest lap. We've got to watch it.
2 more laps.
Okay.
Bottas is absolutely flying.
And you're good to push.
Yep, understood.
This might not be over with Bottas. He's absolutely on a mad one suddenly, Bottas. We're going to have to attack on the tyres. Lawson then, he now benefits from the DRS, but Danny Rick closes the door. Bottas is within 3 seconds here. Much better than Mick Schumacher. Hard but fair indeed. It's going to be close, but with the position DRS zones, Rick should have it. Bottas within 2.6. I think Bottas is going to run out of laps like we did last race, chasing him down. It's going to be vice versa.
Keep your head down.
Lawson now gets DRS, but he's dropped quite far back here. I think he's going to be too far back. Bottas nearly within 2 seconds, but we are about to start the final lap of the race. Aaron, thanks for the follow. Ooh, just don't crash, I know. Fingers crossed. Daniel Ricciardo then starts the final lap. Lawson within 3/10 of him. Bottas 2.4 back. I think he's going to be too far back to do anything about this. Can drivers retire in career mode? They can indeed. Curtis, thanks for the follow. Dark Lord Rick should have the win. Everyone's going for Danny Rick by the looks of it. Liam Lawson, can he make his move here? All over the back of him. DRS, he's staying on the outside though this time. Is he going to juke into the inside? Or is he going to wait for the other DRS zone? Has Lawson just played a blinder there by not making the overtake on this DRS zone to go through Maggots and Beckett's to get the slipstream and the DRS on the second DRS zone to try and take the victory? Don't do a Hamilton and Max through there. They don't. They keep it clean. Bro, I sent 746 likes. Thanks, buddy. Here we go then. It all comes down to this moment here. Lawson, within 3/10, within a 10th, pulls out with DRS. Daniel Ricciardo can't do nothing about it. Lawson decided not to overtake on the first DRS, to take the second DRS, which is going to claim him his first victory. M, thanks for the follow. Liam Lawson rounds the final corner then, and he's going to win in Silverstone, beating his teammate Daniel Ricciardo. But it is a 1-2 for Team Lotus. It's Bottas P3, it's Russell P4, and 30 seconds back Hamilton. Top 4 dominating within 6 seconds. The top 4 then in the end. Russell abused his tyres too much. But Lawson, what a race. He had that tyre offset and it worked. We said to look out for him, and he had the pace at the end. Liam Lawson takes his first victory. What a race for Team Lotus. And they haven't already. That certainly deserves a like on the stream, so smash the like button. But what a win for Lawson and P2 for Daniel Ricciardo. There we go, a first victory on the top step for the first time. Liam Lawson. Valtteri Bottas, though, still on the podium. He's still doing good stuff for his Drivers' Championship.
Well, we might be in Britain, but our podium finishers won't be celebrating.
But it's a home win for Team Lotus.
They'll be staying true to Formula One tradition.
What year is it? This is 2025, the second season. Oh, well, that was a thrilling race in the end, wasn't it? Liam Lawson up 4 places, started 5th, but he wins the race over his teammate Daniel Ricciardo. Valtteri Bottas, who finishes in 3rd, does take the fastest lap right at the end there, though. George Russell abused his tyres too much. He finishes P4. Hamilton P5, Max P6, Charles Leclerc in 7th, Carlos Sainz 8th, Oscar Piastri up 6th for McLaren, knocked down in Q2, so a great drive from him. But also Lando Norris up 12 places, so a good race from Lando to claim a single point. Drivers' Championship then, Valtteri Bottas though still is doing good work because, as I've been saying, our car is going to go backwards because we're not designing it, we're researching for 2026. So Bottas, I think, really is extending his championship lead on probably not Danny Rick, although it's probably going to be on Oscar Piastri and the Red Bulls, I would say. So Still good for Valtteri Bottas, 242 points, leads the Drivers' Championship. Danny Rick in second, Oscar Piastri third. George Russell goes up 2 places to fourth. Max Verstappen fifth. So, yeah, still loses points on the lead of the championship. So his Drivers' Championship slipping away. Lando Norris down 2. Charles Leclerc 7th. Lewis Hamilton 8th. Liam Lawson up to 9th now. And Carlos Sainz down to 10th. Rest of the points so far in this season, Fernando Alonso and K-Mag for the Astons, and then Esteban Ocon for Williams. So constructors, Mercedes leading the way, although we do cut the deficit. But as I've been saying, I'm not expecting us to challenge for the constructors this year, but hopefully in 2026. McLaren dropped to 3rd, Ferrari are in 4th, Red Bull 5th, Aston Martin 6th, and then as we said, Williams just have the single point in 7th. Yeah, so the rest of these yet to score in terms of RB, Haas, Kick-Sauber and Alpine. So what a thrilling end to that race, and in truth, actually, a pretty good race all round. And I think, you know, we've got to tap ourselves on the shoulder on the pit wall there. Strategy, we absolutely nailed it with both drivers. Mercedes fell away a little bit, although Bottas, another couple of laps. Interestingly, that was us in Austria last time, chasing him. Flipped the roles this time. If he had another couple of laps this time around, he would have certainly been winning that race. But he didn't have the laps, and we bring it home for a 1-2. But Liam Lawson on the last lap didn't take the overtake on that first DRS, went for it on the second, so Danny Rick could not fight him back. Clever play, and Liam Lawson secures his first victory of his career. But more importantly for us, they didn't collide. They kept it clean and very different to what we saw from Mick last year. So I'm very happy with how it's going. It's another 1-2 in the bag. We have got one more race, then it's going to be the summer break, and then after the summer break, that's where I expect our performance to fall away. So maybe we've got one more good result, potentially a win or podiums before that summer break, and then we'll see where the car sits then. But if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, you enjoy what you see and you're not already, do subscribe, do like the content, and we'll be back very soon for the next episode in this Team Lotus F1 Manager series.